Okay, now I really like a dessert. There's one dessert I really like that I have to get every time I go in the city. When I'm in Soho, around Spring Street. That's when I used to work for Clover, and when I worked for what was that other place? Code and Theory. Used to go on it. There's this place, and the pastry maker, pastry, is named Dominic Enzel. Now I have both his books. Try not to cook from there because I mean he does it well. So everybody knows that at least they keep telling me that that I'm a baker. I'm not really a baker. I really don't like to follow directions when I'm at home. But for baking, I'm baking. Okay. Well, I really wanted this dessert. I'm not going to the city for it. So I decided, let's make it. My neighbor down the block had given me some pans. He makes it. He's from France. I asked him to show me, and what he did was bought me some pans and said, hey, why don't you make it? I go, well, I can do that. So anyway, got the recipe from Dominic out of his book right there. And man, is it complicated. It takes minimum of 2 days. No matter whose recipe you go with. I looked on YouTube, I looked here, there. They say, just to make the batter, very simple batter, very, very simple. You add eggs, you add milk, you mix those together with some vanilla, some rum. You're good to go basically with some salt, some sugar, and that's basically it. You just pour it into the thing and you put it in the oven and it's done. It comes out, it looks beautiful. Well, it is difficult because there's one ingredient that everybody says you need, and you need it. It happens to be beeswax, right? It's a chunky monkey thing. It's natural beeswax that goes into food, and what its purpose is, I think it's to make it like have structure when after it's cooked. It doesn't. The batter is very thin, and you want it to be custardy at the same time. So, because it's thin, you want it to be custard, but you want it to be light. So you have to get this ratio mix combination. Now they sell the baking tins for these things. They're copper on the outside and tin on the inside. They're very not cheap. And I had never made this, but I love the recipe. I like the ingredients. I like to eat them when I go to see Dominic, and well, I've never actually seen him. You know what? I think I saw him once. That would be way before COVID, back in the days when Conuts was just out. Yes, he's the Conut master. That's the guy that I like. 11 years, happy anniversary with that. But I said, let me just make these cannelloni. I think it's Cannelle with the little, the thing, French, and they're the bobon. That's Jerome putting on his French accent. So I tried it. The problem is that his recipe calls for a very specific size, very specific quantity. You follow this instruction step by step by step, or you no good. So he doesn't specify anything except for on the first day, when you start this recipe, you mix the stuff that's supposed to be in there, basically everything I've already mentioned, and then you store it away so it hydrates this little bit of flour that you're putting in there. And then you have to have these pans, of which you also should have seasoned. And well, the gifted pans that I got from my neighbor, they're silicone, not the tin or copper. Okay, so anyway, I have the silicone pans. Now there's a bunch of them together. I thought, because the little bites, won't take them. So they're different. They'll come out. They won't cook it. You have to cook it longer. You won't have lots of little issues. So I had to try this recipe. My first batch came out. They looked terrible. And now I tried to do the same thing you did with the tins. I mixed the beeswax and the butter together. If you see all the videos, they say you mix it 50-50, and then you brush the inside. Right? According to Dominic's book, you have to do it the day before. So I did all this, and I blocked my kitchen sink because when you pour hot, something silly like wax down your faucet, and you're not really thinking about it, it does seize up and just blocks everything. So you don't want to do that. At least follow what my wife told me afterwards, and it was very smart of her to say, which was pour it in the container and don't throw it out. I'm thinking, I can't just throw it in the garbage bag because it's just gonna, melt through the garbage bag. But anyway, so you brush it on there. It says brush it lightly. It doesn't seem to really stick on the silicone, so okay, I tried it and I got it. It was really clumpy, messy pans. I didn't even want to show you guys. So it was like, yeah, it looks like I'm just a sloppy person. So I'm like, I really I'll try it. It's heavily, it seemed heavy to me, but I didn't see how you can do it less. So in the book, it says also to throw the pans in the oven first and then take them out, right? And then brush it again, okay? Now, I don't have the pans that he's talking about, these copper and tin pans. So I was like, maybe I don't need to do that. I'll just pour this 2-day-old batter into the tins, not tins, the mold, and it'll cook, and hopefully at the high temperature you're starting at, which is 425 on convection, and dropping it after 20. I figured maybe you can burn off the wax. Maybe that'll happen. Well, the big precaution in there, the reason why you have to lightly put it on there is because it will make the outside very, very waxy. And okay, so I didn't realize what that actually meant. It literally, when you bite into them, they came out just a little bit. So you're starting at 425, you do that for 20 minutes, then you go to 325 on convection still, and you do that for 35 to 45 minutes, based on the recipe. That change of time is after 20 minutes, you rotate it and then you throw it in for the rest of the time. So I'm trying to do that. Now I see it puff up, which is also not supposed to go up and over, right? So okay, that was weird. I did fill it, which is only supposed to leave like 1/4 of an inch below the top, because it's going to puff up. It's going to puff up. It's just a question about how much it puffs up. And I'm like, okay, well, it seems like it's supposed to get dark. Seems like it's getting dark. Okay, comes out, I bite into it, and it was, let's just show you. I mean, it looks like this. This is one of them, the first batch. Now it should be browner. I don't think this is the best looking one, beside the one I tried. It has some crunch to it. Yeah, I mean that's crunch. But what it does, and it's got custody in the middle. Now I can eat the middle, but the outside is no brainer. Okay, like it literally it like puts the wax right in the back of your teeth. Not good. So my wife suggested we try and do the other thing as the book said, and I tried that, which was basically take the ones that are already been prepared with the butter and the wax on it that were too heavily waxed, stick it in the oven for 10 minutes at the normal 425 with nothing in it. It'll melt the wax down, and then you can take it out, flip out all the rest of the oil, just like the pan. Follow the instructions. Follow the instructions, Jerome. You should follow the instructions. So I flipped it out, put it in, and then I filled, not brushing again, because it's got as much residual as it's going to have. And that's lightly, yes. Yeah, okay. So I fill it, put it in the oven. I don't have as many filled as the first time, but next time I will. So then I put it in. I follow the routine, which is 20 minutes at 325 on convection, rotate, and go to 45 minutes at, excuse me, 20 minutes at 425. Three, and then rotate. Then it's 45 minutes at 325, and that's luckily I put it on the wall, right? So yes, then they come out and they are. Let's just grab one of the reasonable size ones. There you go. That's what it should look like. It should be maybe a little bit. I like it that dark, but these came out a little lighter. But that's because of the, it's because of the silicone. The silicone's not gonna let it cook as dark. I'll probably have to go even longer, maybe another 10 minutes, which is what I'm gonna try on my next batch. So that'll be basically an hour, an hour in the oven. But it looks and appears and feels firm, like it should. Yes, that's right. Look, more wax. It's just, it's looking pretty good. And let's see. Oh yeah, it's right. This is what I wanted. So I think I got the trick for my pan. Now mind you, they sell. Hold on, baby. Vanilla. It's good. So they sell all different types of pans. Now I'm not sure exactly what size this is, but basically they're maybe an inch and a half tall, and they're supposed to be little bites. The little thing you have with coffee or tea or whatever. The vanilla E, because it's my homemade vanilla extract. They would suggest you steep your butter with the vanilla bean, but I have my own vanilla extract, so I use that. Anyway, this is delicious. I'm gonna show you how to make the batter. You should do it at least 24 hours to 48 hours. 48 hours is better. And then of course, guess what? It's real simple once you get that recipe. Let's try it. battery's done, mine's gonna go in the refrigerator, as you see. Not this one, but downstairs. For at least 24 hours, probably in my case, 48 hours, before we make it again. The most important thing you should remember is, enjoying the time that you have here. Take a little bit of that. Make sure that we, here's to you. Go ahead and try this to success. I know it turns out really well. I like it. I love, this is one of my favorite desserts. So, here's to you, kid. Go ahead and try it. Try this cannelloni. Cannelloni, yes, that's what it is, the baba. Anyway, again, Dominic Enzel's place is fantastic if you're ever in New York. He also has an online service. He's now, like I said, celebrating his 11th year with the Cronut. Much better than coffee. Oh yeah, any dessert you can have alcohol with, that's the right kind of dessert. See you later.